The Heraean Games were dedicated to the goddess Hera and were a counterpart to the Olympic Games, which honored the god Zeus, Hera's husband. They occurred in the same year as the Olympics. We also know that they occurred in the Archaic period, which ran from 650 to 480 BCE, before disappearing from our records until the time of Pausanias, writing in the 2nd century CE. Initially, the Heraean Games only consisted of foot races. The champions of the events were rewarded with olive crowns and meat from the animals sacrificed to Hera. Winners could also inscribe their names on columns in Hera's temple. Participation in the Heraean Games was restricted to young unmarried women. The men generally competed nude in the Olympics, but the women taking part in the Heraean Games generally wore a chiton. Pausanias describes them as their hair hangs down, a tunic reaches to a little above the knee, and they bear the right shoulder as far as the breast. Much like the Amazons are said to have shown off a breast or cut off in the myths. No one is certain of the game's origins. There are 2 theories, though. The first is that Queen Hippodamia of Pisa was so grateful to Hera for her marriage to Pelops that she selected 16 women to compete in foot races in Hera's honor. The other involves diplomacy to ease tensions between the western Greek cities of Elis and Pisa in 580 BCE. 16 elderly women were chosen from each of the 16 Peloponnese city-states to weave a robe for Hera every 4 years and to organize the games as symbols of peace. Historians have yet to discover if the games were a temporary easing of the social restrictions on women in ancient Greece. Some suggest it may be due to rising Roman influence. In Rome, daughters of wealthy families freely participated in men's festivals and athletic competitions. It should be noted that outside of Sparta, Greek women didn't have much freedom or really any rights. Typically, women covered themselves in long clothes, stayed secluded indoors, and never participated in any sports or athletic competition. This is without going into the differences in education, marriage, and property rights between the city-states. As to why the games were held, some believe it might have been a puberty ritual, crossing from girlhood to womanhood and into marriage. Some point out that several other girls' races in ancient Greece were tied to marriage initiations. Others disagree, arguing that evidence of 3 age categories refuted a prenuptial right theory. What we do know is that women basically had their own short Olympics.